To because new details have emerged about Ashlee Jenae's quote unquote soft life, aka escort underworld lifestyle. So we're gonna break this down how we always do. We're gonna bring some comedic relief to this situation. Y'all can hit that super chat if you feel so inclined. If you support the channel, hashtag reclaim your throne. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe. We are not streaming on X. I'm still trying to get that worked out, but we have to talk about this story because it's getting even crazier. And a lot of people were coming at me on X yesterday because they were like, oh, how do you know that Ashlee Jenae was selling pussy? How do you know this and that? And oh, you're jumping to conclusions, and oh, you're wrong. And well, less than 24 hours later, we're getting the reality of what was going on. And even Joe Budden has come out to speak on Ashlee Jenae's character. And when you know the slime ball Joe Budden comes out and defends a woman, you know that she was hoeing. Like, if Joe Budden knows her, oh yeah, she a thought. She a thought. Because we know Joe Budden is known for buying pussy in the industry. Let's speak on it, okay? We know this is something that Joe Budden does. We know that he is a trick, along with a lot of other media industry personalities. So when Joe Budden comes out and says, oh, well, she was a great girl, and he said something to the effect of, so one day she would be hanging with the hood niggas and the gangsters, and the next day she'd be hanging with some crypto executives. Like, bruh, you're not debunking the theories, okay? You're not putting to bed some of the wild conclusions that Black men especially have come to on social media with good standing, okay? So a lot of people are reporting on Joe McCann as some rich crypto guy, but honestly, he's a scam artist, okay? He is a scam artist. He's not rich. Maybe he was handling a lot of money. Maybe he was handling a lot of assets, but it was not his money. It's when it's like when you create a fund, an investment fund for rich people, and you use your name in order to build up an actual reputation, but you don't actually make money. You don't actually create jobs. You don't actually innovate. You don't actually have a service or a product. You're just selling some bullshit crypto startup that you created because you had the connections enough to get the online aspect together to where it can be traded on the blockchain. But this is not some guy who is super intelligent, high IQ white man, right? This is not that. This is not that. Okay, so a lot of the divestors, a lot of the soft lifers, they're trying to hold this man up as if it would be normal for a woman that looks like Ashlee Jenae to be with him, because we know a sister like every nigga knows a sister like Ashlee Jenae who was at your school. She was, maybe she glowed up later, because I did see some younger pictures of her and she looked like a man, but or she looked like a little boy, rather, I would say. I ain't gonna say she looked like a man, but she grew into herself, and she definitely knew how to groom herself to make herself look way better. So obviously, we all knew a chick like Ashlee Jenae who was at the high school, and she was the baddest chick at the high school and all this kind of stuff. And you knew she was going to end up with some successful guy and all this kind of stuff. I've even seen in her comments that, oh, you look like a basketball wife. You look like an NFL wife. Yeah, maybe she did. Maybe she did, but she thought those ninjas were too dusty for her. Okay, she thought those niggas was too ghetto for her, right? Even though she from the Philly streets, okay? Even though she from, Canton, New Jersey, right? So she was trying to stun on niggas. She was trying to boss up on niggas. And that's fine. That's fine. I totally understand it. No problem. Like I said previously in my old case, okay, we don't we support the IR relationships, all that good stuff. But let me tell you what. When you come out here and talk about some black men embarrassing us, this, that, and the third, you better make sure your white boy is the cream of the crop. You better make sure you do your due diligence and you make sure he is a God-loving Christian multi-millionaire crypto whatever, and it's real. Because by golly, if this man ends up unaliving you or you know, suiciding you, as we see what happened, the internet is going to explode. And that is exactly what happened. And now, because we're digging into Joe McCann, because we're digging into his finances, because we're digging into the reality of his situation, okay, and he wasn't so necessarily able to present that soft life that he had promised Ashlee Jenae, because now the window and the window is being put up to Joe McCann, and the the magnifying glass is being put to his finances, to his bank statements. Okay, now we're starting to see some things, and it wasn't adding up. It wasn't adding up. And there is even some speculation, and I've heard the news report that that hotel room, that soft life vacation that Ashlee Jenae was taking, oh yeah, she paid for that herself. Whoop. Y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to hear that. When I said on Twitter, yeah, Ashlee Jenae paid for that herself. She paid for that trip. You know, when you are with a man, and every woman knows this, when she with a man and he presented strong that he had good finances and all this kind of stuff, and then one day he say, let me hold some. Or one day he say, how about you pay for this trip? And I'm gonna get you back when the investors put their money back into the fund. And yeah, I'm just waiting on this $10 million to come in. You know, it ain't hit my bank account yet, but it'll process in the next 3 business days. That's exactly what happened. Okay, he flew her damn self out. Okay, so we're talking about soft life. We're talking about living in luxury. We're talking about, but she paying for it. So people are wondering, why did she need to raise that 50 grand for the funeral costs? Why did she need to raise? Because she spent her last on this vacation, because he probably did promise her more. He probably did promise her a proposal. And now we're finding out that he did have a wife. Now, he was not married when he was with Ashlee Jenae, but we do know that he divorced his wife. And she was a colored woman. She was a woman of color. Maybe she's mixed. Maybe she's Hispanic. People are saying she's Afro-Latina. But Joe McCann on Facebook said that she was black. Joe McCann on Facebook said she is black. Okay. And Joe McCann is also MAGA. So what are the odds that Joe McCann is dating this sister and he still holds on to white supremacist ideology? What are the odds? So she didn't do her due diligence. She didn't do her research. Okay. But I'm going to pull up Joe McCann's previous wife, his ex-wife. And I mean, I'm going to keep it a buck. He's got good taste. He has good taste, but what is he doing to these women? What is he doing in these relationships? Is he treating them right? Obviously not. Is he abusive physically and verbally? Yes. Does his wife have regrets of even having children with this man? Yes. Now, obviously, she don't regret the kids, but she damn so regret the relationship. Okay? So let's look at Joe McCann, because, you know, we're pushing this high IQ, and I'm going to keep it a buck. He thought of how he was going to do this. And I don't know if the fight at the hotel was the cherry on top, but we know for a fact that Joe McCann chose Tanzania, specifically Zanzibar, for a reason. And how do we know that? Because he had been there before. It's all coming out, folks. He had visited Zanzibar before. Oh, that was his main vacation spot, okay? That was his main shindig. That was where he took all the bitches. Oh, you want a safari experience? Let's go to Africa, where I got the hotel staff and the resort staff, and I got a timeshare that I'm using somebody else's money to pay for. Let's go to Africa, where I have all of these people in my pocket. I've got all of these people in my pocket. Okay? So he planned this beforehand. This is what we've come to understand. He planned this beforehand. So this is his ex-wife, and she is way more lighter than Ashlee Jenae. She is a light-skinned it, okay? And we've got this picture of him on their wedding day, he and her, okay? So you got Joe McCann here and his ex-wife. So they were indeed married in the past, and we know how that goes when it comes to divorce statistics and second marriages. They don't last. They don't work for the women or for the men. And then you see he had children as well. I believe he had 2 daughters, if I'm not mistaken. And then people are also showing, yes, she has divorced on her Facebook profile, as you guys can see as well. She worked for Warner Brothers Studios Children's Center, Arizona background. Looks like she's a teacher. And she's doing well for herself now that she got outside of the clutches of her ex-husband. So Joe McCann damn near was living a double life. And Joe Budden actually came to speak on behalf of Ashlee Jenae. So I do want to pull up what he said about Ashlee Jenae and his understanding and his relationship with Ash. And he is holding her in high regard. Now, let some things slip. He does hint at some things that the social media sleuths have already come to the conclusion of, one being myself, that we know that Ashlee Jenae was selling pussy. We know that. And we also know that, and there's something that he says in this little monologue that he has that I'm going to show you is crazy work. But we also know that she was a dancer at a high-end gentleman's club in Miami. Oh, it's all coming out. Oh, it's all coming out. Slow down, sisters. Don't rush to the comment section all at once now. Because I was speaking on it, and the reason I was speaking on it, people say, oh, you're bashing, you're talking down, you're dunking on her death. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I said condolences to the family. I showed the GoFundMe where you can donate because you're going to need a lot more money because Joe McCann had a lot of people who trusted him with their money. Joe McCann had a lot of people. So it ain't nothing for Joe McCann to stroke a check to them Africans because we know that the Africans worship whiteness. We know this. We understand this. This is not something that is new. This is not something that is awe-striking for us. It's not. It's not. We know that when the white man pull up with that green money and he throwing it out like it's candy, them Africans gonna say and do whatever the hell they need to do. We've got reports from the medical examiner who looked at Ashlee Jenae's body, who spoke about strangulation, scars, and all that kind of stuff, unusual strangulation, scars, and unusual breaking of certain bones in the neck. That aren't consistent with a suicide, especially in the way that they said that she self-deleted. So we see the medical, and then they switch their tone. And then they said, oh, no, it's a suicide. Boom. Case closed, suicide. Now, they are saying that they still have Joe McCann in custody and they're questioning him. So, maybe they are going to pursue justice since the story got so big. But Joe McCann's bag is long. So, Robinson family, y'all gonna need a little bit more than 50,000. Okay, that's chunk change to a crypto bro. Y'all gonna need a little bit more than 50 bands. Okay, and this is what happens when you got these hoes who are pursuing these quote unquote rich men, pursuing these quote unquote super rich white dudes who and all this kind of stuff. And I'm gonna just keep it a buck. You can't get as rich as $100 million, $500 million. There are some small cases, but you can't get that rich without stepping on toes. You can't get that rich without stepping on toes, without breaking hearts, without destroying lives. Doesn't happen. So you meet a hundred millionaire, all this kind of stuff, you might want to ask him where the bodies are buried. You might want to do your due diligence and say, oh, I mean, how did he get his bread? How did he come up on all this money? She ain't have no questions for the nigga. But Joe Budden says that he believes their relationship was genuine. He knows that's not true, because his relationship with Ashlee wasn't genuine either. It was a John to escort relationship. It was not, no, I mean, maybe they were, I ain't gonna say they wasn't kicking it. Yeah, they was probably kicking it. Some of these hoes can be cool. You kick it with them, all this type of stuff. But we know Joe Budden wasn't finna take her seriously. We know Joe Budden wasn't finna put a ring on it. So Joe Budden was using her in the same way. Obviously, he didn't get violent with her, but Joe Budden was using her in the same way that this white man was using her, as a prop and for sexual gratification. Let's listen up.
What do you have to go through when your daughter dies abroad?
Red tape, paperwork.
Yeah.
Yo, and then if you're not financially in the positions to do certain stuff,
sure,
it limits your options. Yeah, like you're not just going to Ohio, my nigga. You going to Africa. You got to do, you know what I mean? That shit is different.
And we talking about this is a high-end luxury resort that they were staying at. I got so many questions. Listen, I done took a lot of vacations, and I fought in there when we checked in. Like, sometimes the vacation is where the shit, where you got to get to some uncomfortable conversations. Nobody ever came and separated us. Nobody ever came and made me check in another room.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, and vacation is supposed to be, you leave the arguments at home. Okay? You feel like you're about to get in an argument with your girl or your spouse or whatever on vacation. Hey, button it up, save it for after the trip. So the fact that they got to fight, and the fact that they had verbal spats, not just on the night that he proposed and did the engagement, this was happening every night they were on the trip, even before the engagement. This was happening every night on the trip, even before the engagement. Okay? This is what you guys have to realize. It wasn't just, oh, there was a fight. No, the people who live next, or who were staying next door to Ashlee Jenae, said that they were fighting all night. The maid who has come forward and spoken on the situation said they were fighting all night. So we need to be very specific and very careful when talking about this situation, because a lot of people are saying this and saying that. And the reality is, Ashlee Jenae was known in the industry. She was known. She was a video vixen girl. She was a quote unquote model, but we all know that modeling doesn't pay. That's why when niggas are trying to say, oh yeah, she had a bag. No, the fuck she didn't. She was turning tricks and she was stripping in Miami. She didn't have no bag that's long lasting. She didn't have no bag that she could put in the bank and legitimize the money and file on her taxes. She didn't have that type of bag. She didn't have the bag that you use to increase your credit score. And I'm not saying she had bad credit. Maybe she had good credit. But she was not having like that. She was getting her bills paid by sugar daddies, period. She was getting her bills paid for sexual favors, period. Okay? I mean, we understand the game over here. We know the game. So when this story first dropped, I already knew it was some nefarious activities. I already knew it was some hoeing involved. I already knew that. Because modeling doesn't play, video vixening doesn't pay. What you might get $2,500 for a little shoot, a little video shoot. Shout out to Distracted Reality with the 35, or sorry, his name is Distracted Reality 35, but he sent the $10 super trap.
Oh, say less.
Appreciate that. He says, saw you getting crazy engagement on X. They always pick the racist Bubba. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, because here's the thing. When these types of sisters date out, and it's a certain type, okay? I said this yesterday on my stream. When these types of sisters date out, they have to find a commonality in that white man, and their commonality was hating on black men. Let's just keep it above. Their commonality was saying, look at these bum ass niggas. Damn, these niggas is always dusty. Damn, these niggas are embarrassing us. So that was their commonality. That was what they could align on. They weren't aligned spiritually. They weren't even aligned physically. Look, he's a slob. I mean, he's not completely like a obese, but he's overweight and he's got man boobs. He's not fit, tight, in shape like she is. He's not working out, working on his fitness. He working on hitting that phone so he can get some more money based off of his last name, based off of his relationships. Okay. So here we go. Let's check out the rest of what Joe Budden has to say. He says more too. I just got to find the other video that I was going to present.
What type of fight were y'all having in there where you either felt the need to separate yourself or had to be separated? Whatever's going on, it's in that fight. Yeah, it's in that fight and the 11 hours in between when she passed and when you did something. I'll find out, Stan. And while I'm at it, like, Ashlee had a great sense of humor, yo. She did. Dark humor, too. Good old-fashioned dark humor. Like, for y'all to psychoanalyze some of these tweets y'all see out there under the guise of she hates, oh my God, it's sickening. It's sickening.
Okay, so here's the thing. Do I think Ashlee Jenae genuinely hated black men? No, I don't think she hated black men. But she was obviously speaking on the divester type movement and all this kind of stuff. She was definitely being promoting it with the soft life. We all know the code for soft life, all that kind of stuff. So you know, black women's main retort to black men having a problem with quote unquote soft life terminology is, well, why y'all mad? Black men can't present a soft life. Why you got to be mad at soft life? It's not race specific. Black men can't present a soft life. No, we just know that it's selling pussy. Like, we're not even mad that you're saying, oh, soft life with the white man. No, we're not saying that. We're just saying soft life is selling pussy. Like, it wasn't ever, oh, soft life. You going soft life? You going to the white man? No, it was just, oh, soft life. Okay, you want a guy to all expense paid. Love doesn't have to be involved. Genuine desire doesn't have to be involved. You want a nigga to pay your bills. You want a sugar daddy. So, you know, a lot of people are saying she was chasing the bag and ended up in a body bag. So this is the true crime story of 2026. This nigga love playing copyright music, bruh. Jesus. All right, I can't play the rest of this. But we do have some more clips of Joe Budden. We do have more clips of Joe Budden speaking on this situation. And let's see. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and play the video that I was gonna present with a lot of the evidence, because local African media are now speaking on this topic. Local African media are now speaking on this topic. Okay? And it's getting real greasy. It's getting real slick. Okay? So African media are saying that Joe McCann chose Zanzibar as a destination because he was having freak-offs. He was having freak-offs. They're saying he was having freak-offs. He was going just like the Russian man. Y'all remember Russian man? Russian man, he was going to all those African women. He was going up to all those African women. I did a story on it. Stay tuned. Make sure you got your post notifications on. I did the story on Russian man who was going to all those African women. He was saying, "Oh, Lord, you're so beautiful. I'm white man. Come to my room." And they were going. Some weren't even asking for no money, but you know, they gonna take $20, $40. You know, that's like a thousand Tanzanian bucks. 10,000 Tanzanian bucks is fucking $10. You know what I'm saying? In USD. So this is what y'all have to understand. Shout out to Romero Dubois with the $20 super trap. I appreciate you. Let's get his little super chat read. Okay, $20 super chat from Romero Dubois. She was definitely bragging. Yep, she was bragging.
Oh, say less.
So appreciate your donation, Romero. But she was bragging. And like I said, you know, you have to be 100% right about these things. If you are going to brag on your soft life, white zaddy, took you out the hood lifestyle, you better be 100% sure that he is down for you. And the fact that they were fighting and arguing and going back and forth and beefing even before this trip tells you. And we also have Ashlee Jenae's friend who has come to speak up, and they're all telling lies. All the friends of Ashlee Jenae are telling lies. They aren't going to expose what she was really doing. We know her girlfriends knew she was selling pussy. Come on. Okay? We know her girlfriends knew what the fuck she was doing. Okay? So we not finna come out here and act like they didn't know. So they're lying on her behalf. Joe Budden's lying on her behalf. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Budden paid. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Budden was a customer either, the way he's talking. Like, so let me get into my main video because it actually shows the Joe Budden clip as well that we're going to react to. So we are going to react to Fumi Desaluvold. She is a YouTuber and she has a scoop because she has direct connections with Tanzanian media. And she's already come out and said that the Tanzanian government is corrupt. If you want to get away with a crime, you got to have deep pockets. She said Joe McCann has a good chance of getting away with this murder because of how corrupt and how deep his pockets are and how corrupt Africa is. So, you know, a lot of black women, black men also think you're going to go to a black continent and they going to be blackity black, 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 blackity black. And then when your ass get whackity whack, 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 whackity whack, somebody can just pay for it to go away. Let's listen up.
Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? Today is my birthday. Today I'm 56.
And I'm gonna speed it up because we ain't got time for all the bullshit. We ain't got time for all the bullshit. Let's skip to the meat and potatoes, honey.
7 years old, and I give birth on the passing of the beautiful Ashlee Jenae. I am happy to say that Ashlee Jenae's parents have been able to complete the $50,000 that they were looking for in the GoFundMe, which they put up a few days ago. I want to let the parents know that you're going to need more than the $50,000.
Yep.
I had mentioned this before.
I love that she said this. She said, you're going to need more than 50 bands, honey. You're going to need more than that 50,000. Wow. Because Joe McCann already put up his money. Now it's put up or shut up. Now it's big bank take little bank. This whole case is going to be determined on big bank take little bank. And if Joe McCann's big bank outweighs the family of Ashlee Jenae Robinson, it's a wrap. She will not receive justice. And Joe McCann is going to come back to the United States and come back to Miami, and he's going to be popping shit on the next bitch at that same goddamn strip club that he met Ashlee Jenae at.
In my last episode, I said it's bad enough when you lose a family member, most especially a child. But in another country, it means that the family have to leave their jobs and take care of this. There's going to be financial restraints. They have to travel to a country that they've never been before. They have to make arrangements for their daughter to come back home. And because they're going to a foreign country, because they're going to Africa, they're going to have money to bribe. I'm just letting you, the family, know.
I heard what she said. So all the people in my comments, all the people in my chat on X, they gonna be able to get justice. It's plain to see he killed her. It's obvious. Yeah, no shit. But that ain't how Africa works now, is it? Everybody telling niggas to go back to the motherland. Go back to the motherland. It's okay. Oh, go back to the motherland. We need to go. Black Americans need to go back to the motherland and build Africa. How? Why? So I can get my ass clapped in Africa too? Pause. So I can get whacked in Africa, and then all it takes is for the white man to pay this man 10 bands, pay this man 10 bands, and then hell, even the medical examiners on go, the whole government saying it's a suicide. Man, come on. I'm straight on it, bruh. I'm straight on it.
Now, I'm an African as well as American living in Europe. I've traveled around these streets, and I just want to give you a heads up. You might think that this is enough money. It's not enough money. You want to get to the bottom of this because you are going to crack open a bigger case than any one of you expected. We're going to get into it further down, but I want the family to know that keep the GoFundMe going, because this is going to be beyond bringing Ashlee home, beyond the flight tickets, and you might have to go back to Zanzibar. Because
they're gonna be taking multiple trips now. Oh yeah, they're gonna be taking multiple trips. This just like if you caught a Fed case in a certain state and they letting you go home, but you still got to report to your court date. Yeah, this is the same thing. You're gonna have to. You might have to stay in Tanzania for a couple months, maybe 3-6 months. You're going to have to outlast Joe McCann, because once he's released and he receives his passport, oh, he gone. He gone. He gone. And wherever he goes, he's going to make sure he ain't going to be able to get extradited back to face justice in Tanzania.
Of this case, one would have thought that if Joe McCann was such a millionaire, which he's not, he's got no money, he's lost 100 million with his crypto business.
Boom. So the reports are out. Joe McCann shuts down fund after 78% loss while pursuing $1 billion Solana raise. Okay. And he even announced on Twitter, I want to address some changes to our fund structure as asymmetric and misinformation circling from a handful of people here yesterday. Yeah, I ain't reading all that shit. Your fund lost 78%, nigga. You broke. And you leverage other people's money in order to go broke. Okay?
There's no money. And while we're on it, the ring apparently was on Ashlee's finger, but double check and make sure that that ring is not fake. I would like to.
Woo! So she even saying the engagement ring was fake. Their whole relationship was a facade. It was fake. It was not real. It was make-believe. When the engagement ring is fake, you know that nigga don't love you. You know he don't love you. They're saying the engagement ring needs to be appraised. So while she thought she was coming up while she thought she was getting to the bag, sus, while she thought she was, like da-da-da-da-da, getting money, it was fake. It was not real. It was some bullshit. He wasn't really having.
know personally, you would have thought that he would have been in constant contact with the family to say, don't worry about anything, I can cover it. You are my family, irrespective of what happened to Ashlee. You would have thought if he had any money, I have covered it. Take the flights. He would have even said, let's do the private plane that he was doing, the private jet and everything that he was doing with Ashlee. I extend that to the family. He's not extending that to the family for a whole bunch of things. He doesn't have the money, one. He's not close to the family, two. And he has guilt all over his face. I'm getting there. Just stay with me. He would have covered everything and said,
I mean, what type of man doesn't ask the father for the hand in marriage before he proposes? I mean, that's just proposal 101. That's proposal 101. Like, it doesn't make sense. He didn't know the family like that, but he's asking for her hand in marriage? This was all for clout. It's plain and easy and simple to see if you have eyes wide open and you're not biased and you're not like stuck on presenting this soft life experience as something to be glamorized or as something to fiercely pursue. So a lot of the soft lifers got some blood on their hands, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck because they're telling you go for this soft life, and it's all about the man not being black, but ultimately it's really just about the man's character. It's really just about the way he carries himself. It's really just about the way he cares for that woman. But nobody said anything about love when it comes to pursuing the soft life. Nobody said anything about genuine desire when it comes to pursuing the soft life. Nobody said anything about none of that shit. Okay? So these women have been led astray to participate in this lifestyle. And I mean, let's be honest, Joe McCann was her retirement plan. Joe McCann was her retirement plan. A lot of people ain't gonna like me saying that, but it's true. Joe McCann was her retirement plan. Period. You can't convince me otherwise.
This is where we are staying, and he would have been at the airport. He would have been at the airport to receive them. There is a wonderful woman also who is following this story. And this reminds me very much of Shaquilla Robinson again, because that was how I made friends with a lot of other journalist YouTubers here in this social media space, because we were covering the story and we were sharing each other's information, because you get different information. And we have the wonderful Queen Sheba Darling, who is doing a phenomenal job. She has also been interviewing the Somali Queen. This is extremely important because we are going to play some audio bits of Queen Sheba's episode that aligns with everything that I had said prior to this coming out in Zanzibar. But
okay, so this sister, she's bringing the receipts, and we're going to look at another YouTuber named Queen Sheba. So all the Africans are coming up speaking about this topic, and they have the receipts, honey. They got the receipts. These sisters are quick. They ain't playing with your ass. They got receipts. These black women got the damn tea, and they are clocking shit on Joe McCann.
I'm going to touch up on a couple of things first. We find out, like I had said in the prior episode, that Ashlee had another Instagram page that had been taken down. I said that in yesterday's episode, I think episode 3. And I wanted to know why it had been taken down. Do you know what really made me sad? And I don't know whether you caught it. I've been looking for it, but I know it's fact, because I took some pictures from that page. Ashlee had another Instagram page. It's been taken down. Somebody has taken down that second Instagram page. Why?
So she had a burner account, aka a Finsta. And that is the Instagram account where she was turning tricks. Now listen to this distinguished African sister break it down and tell us, yes, we want Ashlee, or we want justice for Ashlee, but we also want this to be a teachable moment. Yes, we want justice for Ashlee. Yes, Joe McCann is a piece of shit. Yes, we do believe that he suicided her. But when you uncover and when you lift the veil and when you investigate Joe McCann, it's going to uncover, it's going to lift the veil, and it's going to lead to investigations into Ashlee Jenae Robinson. And what we are going to uncover and what we are going to find out and what we are going to reveal when looking and discovering and taking a fine-tooth comb to Ashlee Jenae's life is that she was selling pussy. That's what we going to find out. That's the elephant in the room. That's the canary in the coal mine. Okay?
Because you see, there's an old saying, when you start to throw water, if you throw water at a wall, it goes in every direction, not just one direction.
Yep.
Which means that as we are going to expose Joe for who and what he is, it's also unfortunately going to expose Ashlee for what she was doing.
Yep.
We also find out that perhaps, we do not know, that says allegedly, Ashlee might have been a dancer in a high-end gentleman's club in Miami. Perhaps she met Joe there. Either way, it's sad that these young ladies are so superficial on their determined, chasing the bag only to end up in a body bag. Hopefully, they will check both of their phones, email records, and surveillance cameras at the result. I know darn well she didn't hang herself. It's just sad, and I hope justice is served. That was the point I was getting to. I am giving you the background before we play the snippets so that we fill in all of the gaps with what I had said before. I had said that this was not a real relationship, that this relationship just did not make sense to me. We found out that they had gone to 2 resorts, that Joe and Ashlee first went to a resort where he proposed. The second resort that he went to was where they were fighting from start to finish. And they had all of the other villas who were complaining about the noise and the disturbance in the villa of which Joe and Ashlee were at, to the point that they removed Joe and they put Joe in Villa 65. Okay? We also find out, like I had asked, that Joe had been to Zanzibar many times. What is heartbreaking to me is that Joe has been to that villa and stayed in that villa multiple times. There are a couple of things I want to say first. The fiancé, do we know whether he has been to Tanzania before? Do we know whether he has been engaged before? Do we know whether he's been engaged to a black woman before? Check for life insurance. Find out if there's any kind of insurance on Ashlee. Find out if he has stayed at this resort before, because then you'll get some answers. I don't care what Ashlee did. I don't care whether she was dancing or whatever. I don't care. She didn't deserve this. She did.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people are trying to say, oh, we're bashing. No, this is a teachable moment. This is an L for her, but L's turn into lessons for others. And smart people, learn from their own mistakes, and brilliant people learn from the mistakes of others. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to warn other black women that, hey, you may want a soft life. Hey, you may believe that you have a better likelihood of getting that soft life with a white man, but it ain't. You can't just pick this man just because he's like just solely he's white. He ain't black. Let me deal with him without doing any research, without looking into who you're dealing with, without maybe investigating or seeing the side of his ex-wife. Maybe that should have been the first person that you talked to.
Not deserve. And I want to be strong. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. This baby girl did not know that she was walking into the lion's den. It has been confirmed by a doctor in Tanzania that he believes that Joe did this. I said that in episode, I think 1 or 2. Joe, you did this. You did this. And you will pay. I said he did this because when I pieced everything together, I saw it for what it is. I am 57 years old. I would not go back to my younger years because I have the knowledge now. I never had any daughters. I love my son. You are my daughters. And I will never steer you wrong. I will always look out for you, most especially my American sisters, because you are targeted, because you are light, you are bright.
Yeah, and a lot of sisters think that they're going to be on some passport, I'm going to go overseas and get me a... Bruh, we've already discussed this, ad nauseum, but when you go overseas and you're looking for a man, it's not going to work, because if you think that the men in America are broke, what you think them people overseas got? They trying to rush to America's border to get some American money. They ain't got shit over there. I ain't saying everybody broke overseas, but what I'm saying is the likelihood of you finding a higher earning man, that's going to be in the States. It's not going to be overseas. And then when somebody take you overseas, you got to know how to act. You got to watch your surroundings. You got to understand that you can't just be moving lottie-dottie. And he's already been to Tanzania before. He's already been to Zanzibar. He's already been to that resort. He was fucking bitches in Zanzibar. He had a rapport with the staff because he was known for getting them African girls, paying them $20-$40 to come suck them off. So they knew him.
You don't know certain things. In this particular case, I'm African. There have been so many contradicting stories that one doesn't even know what to believe. I said, has Joe been to Tanzania? Has Joe been to that particular resort? The resort itself is owned by a white man. I said it, and I said that because they would align with each other. Because you can put a little money, and money goes a long way. The butler that bumped into Ashlee, and Ashlee asked for a charger, he's a local. They speak Swahili. They don't speak English. Many of them are from extremely humble beginnings, very unsophisticated, and do not understand first aid. Maybe when the...
Boom. So this is another thing. Remember when Anthony Joshua got in an accident in Nigeria, and them Nigerians were just looking at that shit like not even helping. Not even helping. As a matter of fact, I was actually a witness to a car accident, and it was a head-on collision. Horrible accident. And the immediately when it impacted, I had somebody in the car call 911, and I rushed to the scene, pulled them out of the car, pulled both of the kids out of the car, 2 white boys, started holding them steady to make sure they didn't have any spinal injuries, started to talk to them, starting to figure out if they were cognitively there. See, these Africans, like she said, they aren't as sophisticated. They don't go like in America, we get taught, chest compression, CPR, making sure that basic things when an emergency happens. They aren't taught that. They still believe that, if you pull a root from the tree and rub it on your wound, the bitch gonna heal in 72 hours, no matter what the illness is. They still on that goddamn Dr. Sebi diet. You feel me? So they don't know. They don't have the modern science. They don't have the resources that you have in the States. And therefore, if you get injured there, it's not going to go as well for you as you think it will.
Butler came back to the room. Maybe he saw...
Yeah, and another detail, she did come in contact with a butler who gave her a charger for her phone. So a lot of people aren't talking about that either.
Joe there. Wait for the punchline. Joe had a friend there. Wait for the other punchline.
Joe had a friend there. He had connections. His money was long. And the local Africans accepted it.
Joe was sleeping with other women right there at the resort. That was what brought about the chaos between himself and Ashlee.
Hello. So this sister is saying she has inside sources that say that Joe had hoes at the same resort that he took Ashlee to. And, in between time, in the meantime, maybe he sent her to go live her soft life, get her nails done. Maybe he sent her to live her soft life and get a pedicure. Maybe he sent her to get her soft life and get a massage in the spa. And while she was doing that, he was getting himself taken care of. And she found out. And she blew up on his ass because she like, I done left these black men, these cheating ass, horrible black men for you. And then you gonna go and do the same shit to me. And like I told you, white men are not used to dealing with the sass, the attitude, and just the whole aura of a strong black woman. They aren't used to it. They aren't used to it. Maybe the older white dudes, they might, you know what I'm saying? But this guy is not used to a dark skin, put her hand in your face, put her finger on your chest, tell you what to do, tell you how to be a man. They ain't used to that. They're not used to that.
Ashlee walked into the lion's den. Who else was in the room? Maybe the friend was there as an allegiance to Joe. That was his alibi. Maybe in the 3-hour time frame of where they don't have security cameras, they don't have CCTV, because my American sisters, you are running and operating on the behest that everywhere else in the world works like America. No, it does not. And the white man is God in certain African countries. And so that's why Joe was able to get away with this as far as he did. While we're on the back burner, let's check and find out whether he has not done this to other girls before. This could not just be the first one. This is the first one that he's getting caught. Why? Because social media is in the chat. Because they've got me. Because I've always sworn and I've always said, I will always watch out for you. I will look out for you. I will see what you don't see. I will think what you don't think. It's impossible. Because out there in Tanzania, out there in the resort, they are so unsophisticated. It's about you coming there, drinking pineapple juice, enjoying the sun. Everything else is washed underneath the carpet, not on my watch. I said before I had all of the details. What Queen Swahili said, I'm not in Tanzania, but I'm an African. So I know what's possible. And as far as I'm concerned, there's nobody that you can believe. There's nobody you can believe. The only way that you're going to get the truth is when you override it with even more money. That's the only way you're going to be able to find out. Joe, his friends.
Boom. You heard her. Override it with even more money. It don't matter if it's white, black. That green is bilingual. That green speaks Swahili. You know what I'm saying? That green make a nigga who say, "Oh, I no speak English," start talking start speaking the king's English. Okay.
A whole group of them. As a matter of fact, guess what? This is the greatest freak off of all time. Quiet as it's kept. You kind of sort of can let Diddy out now because these are his colleagues out here who have been doing it. Lovely TV, my baby girl over there. I love her. Her mother is a Nigerian. She does a phenomenal job. She also brought to light. I support her. I love her. I watch her. She also brought to light that Ashlee was speaking to another friend of hers, and they were sharing locations.
Yep. So again, this is what hoes do when they go deal with a trick. They share the location with their friend because, I mean, there's a level of fear. There is a level of fear. And I want to find Ashlee Jenae's friend, that TikTok. I saw it yesterday, but I got to double check and find it. But they're scared. Truly, they're scared. Truly, they're frightened. Truly, they're afraid. So they have to share. They have to share the location because just in case something happens to them, they want to make sure that somebody can. They want to make sure that somebody is going to be able to, you know, to make sure that they know that they're okay. Check in with them, give updates, all that kind of stuff. You don't do that with a man that you trust. You don't do that with a man that you're 100% in love with. This quote unquote proposal was a facade. It was fake. It was crafted for social media. That's it. It was crafted for social media. Period. Okay? So the quicker you guys understand that, the quicker you'll understand the story.
That's when you're flown out. That's not on a romantic escapade.
Look at her page. Here she is hopping in a private jet, catching flights and feelings. Okay? Here she is in Paris. So you can kind of tell the lifestyle that she led in Miami, you know, even before she met the white man. She's living that, to me, I get like high-end escorty vibes. You know what I'm saying? Sugar daddy, sugar baby vibes. Because that's the lifestyle in Miami. I mean, it is what it is. But
so she loved to brush over that. That's a lifestyle in Miami. It is what it is. No, the fuck it ain't is what it is. No, the fuck it ain't is what it is. How about you is what it is with your daughter? How about you is what it is with your mama, your auntie, your cousin, your... How is it just it is what it is? No, this shit is fucking wrong. So why don't they call it out? Why don't they hold each other accountable? Oh, it just is what it is. No, that is what it is. Shit got Ashlee killed. Fuck is you talking about? Want to hear that is what it is shit? When we know that's what got Ashlee put 6 feet under? That is what it is shit. Oh, it just is what it is. Yeah, I'm with this rich crypto billionaire. It is what it is. No, the fuck it ain't. No, the fuck it ain't. It's ridiculous. Is what it is. My ass.
The thing, though, that is very, very disturbing about this situation, like I always tell you guys, everything that glitters is not gold, okay? So a lot of people thought that she hit the jackpot. This man is rich. He's funding her lifestyle. You know, it's her sugar daddy, now fiance. But like they were saying in that article, when the girl passed, the so-called fiance didn't even call the parents.
Nope.
Didn't say, you know, there's something wrong with my fiance. I came back. They found out because the Tanzanian embassy found her passport and contacted her relatives. So how are you, the fiance, proposing to her, and then you don't even call her family, let them know what's going on? And so I go onto his Instagram because I'm thinking, okay, well, he has to at least posted something about his fiance. You know, I'm depressed. I'm sad. The love of my life is gone. No. Oh, another thing, too, I wanted to show y'all. This was another video that she posted on her Instagram page. Why I say that I feel like she was living that escort type life, okay? Because this is something that she posted. So in this video, she says, me and my bestie sharing locations for safety like she can save me 8,000 miles away. So bestie's in Montego Bay. She's in Dubai.
Boom! So now the tea has been unveiled. You don't do this with your husband. I'm not sure. Maybe you do it with, you know, your mama. You share your location with your mama. You going overseas. Cool. Your girl share a location with a mama. Da, 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 da. No woman who trusts a man is sharing her location with her best friend.
Okay. And that's what, unfortunately, that's what a lot of these young women get caught up in. You know, when you're not involved in that type of lifestyle, you're not sharing locations from miles away and fingers crossed and hoping nothing happens to you all, you know. But again, the whole thing is just sad.
When a man wants to marry a woman, you call the father of the future bride and ask for her hand in marriage. I see it out here. One of you said, Auntie Fumi, we would love to have a seminar for young girls. I think I have to do it. For girls 25 to 35, I'm going to have a seminar for you girls, a big soiree, a meet and greet of sorts. I don't know how. And I'm going to teach you everything I know because I can see that you're naivete. You don't know. You don't have the because it's not enough to be educated. It's not. This is life. This is life out here in the streets. And Ashlee had no idea. She had no idea. She was just going about her thing, doing her thing. I don't want to emphasize too much on
doing her thing. Doing her thing. So whenever you hear a woman say, I just want to do my thing. I just want to live a little. I just want to live more. I'm not old enough to commit. I'm not old enough to get married. I just want to do my thing. I just want to find myself, aka hoeing, aka getting flued out, aka turning tricks.
That because she does not deserve what happened to her. Wait for the punchline. She was not hung on the door. She was hung in the wardrobe. That does not make sense to me. And the poor butler, with the little ideology he had.
So you heard that, right? The initial details were reporting, the initial reports were saying she was hung from the doorknob. Now, I don't know if she's the size of a land gnome. I don't know if she's the size of a Christmas ornament, but I don't think a 5'4", 5'8" woman can hang from a doorknob. So then they had to switch the story up, yeah? They had to switch the story up. Oh, she was hung in the wardrobe. Well, I mean, any shelf on the wardrobe is probably going to be shorter than 6 feet. So I don't think that's likely either.
He had just spoken to her. And apparently he was coming back 10 minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever to now bid her will on what she needed and wanted. And it was dark. It's dark because it stands out from all the other villas that are there. Remember, it would be very much like a gated community. That's strange. I just spoke to her. What happened? Again, this is Africa. They could have taken the light or the fuses in the house, in the villa wasn't working. Because some of you will be thinking, how can he just go into the house? He has key access. He works there. He has to go in there to refresh the pillows for whatever they need, this, that, and the other. It's a resort. Everything is gay and happy and controlled by money. And yes, massa. I hate to say it, but it's true. Yes, massa. So he would have gone in just in case his massa, his madam, his ogasa needed something. He did not know what Ashlee needed. And when he went in, it felt in the wardrobe and he ran. Again, he's not sophisticated. He does not know. It might happen at the Hyatt, at the Plaza in New York. You're an American, but America is not the world. I understand Africa. We now find out there are 10 other people that have been arrested, plus the busboy / the butler. I'm going to add to the chat. Joe, you.
Boom. So there are accomplices arrested and questioned along with Joe McCann to see if the story line up.
Done this before, but this is the last time you're going to get away with it. This is going to be the Ashlee effect. Her name will not be in vain. Let us listen to Queen Swahili and what
we did a story on this sister too. If I'm not mistaken, damn, I can't remember what her name was, but I got the story on Black Gen Z. If you guys want to check that out as well. I forget what exactly happened. I want to say the African nigga killed her when she was trying to sell pussy, but I don't remember exactly. But I think it was an African nigga, and then he fled the country ASAP. So I don't even think he got arrested. But it's an evil world.
he conveyed to our beautiful Queen Sheba Darling. Queen Sheba Darling also got information from me because, like I had mentioned, we had a Fulmination sister who had talked about Joe, of which I will say here. Actually, I met this man before in Miami, and he's a weirdo. I met him through partying with a friend. I wish I would have come across this woman because I would have warned her straight up. I know I'm just a random on the internet, and most people won't believe me, which is fine. But I know for a fact this man may have did it or definitely knows who did it. He's very weird.
Boom. So you got a woman who's saying, yo, Joe McCann's a weirdo. Ashlee Jenae did not do her research. She didn't ask no hoes. I mean, who he fucked. She didn't ask nobody. She didn't get no references. I mean, sex work 101, escorting 101, you ask for references. That's how you know if a guy's weird or not. That's how they know. That's how the hoes know if they want to fuck with you or not. Do you have references? Who have you fucked? It's pre-selection. This is why, you know, it's so funny when women say, "Oh, well, I don't want a man who's this or the third. I don't want a man who got bitches and all this kind of." But even in the low, when it comes to the lowest common denominator, aka sex work, even these women are getting references to make sure that you're not a weirdo, and they want to know that you fuck somebody and that woman lived to tell the tale.
And sick. What does that tell you, my darlings? I'll tell you what that tells me. That tells me that this right here is a freak off. That he's a freak off kind of a guy. That he is the twin to Diddy. And that once he gets you behind closed doors, he and his croonies are out here doing all kinds of crazy stuff. That's what I truly believe what she meant. She was trying to be polite. Typical crypto finance bro weirdo. He also recently lost a big investment, $100 million. This man is known to be abrasive and weird in the head. Even my experience of meeting him was weird. He is a very arrogant and strong personality weirdo. John McCann has poor business practices and he is a true weirdo. He also has a history
or business practices
of being violent and abusive. He's also divorced from his previous wife recently with multiple kids under the age of 4. We have Queen Sheba who also put this on her episode yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and hear what Swahili Queen has to say. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
So my thoughts told me that Joe is a frequent visitor of Zanzibar. And he is well known by hotels, staff.
Now this is an insider who is in Zanzibar, currently in Zanzibar. So people say, you making this up, Reclaim. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You just want to bash a black woman. No, I want justice. I want justice. And the only way to get justice is to reveal the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
And the people. So he had frequented Zanzibar. And my source said they were arguing about him cheating on her. He would leave the villa to go to other women at night.
And other women, would it be local women?
Yes. And then they also said that there was an argument at I think at the reception or something like that. Outside, there was also another argument. Somebody was flirting with Ashlee, and he got offended, and she started screaming about him.
So they said somebody, one of them Africans said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you are beautiful. Oh my goodness, you are a beautiful sight to see. Can I rub Jamaican mud on your butt cheeks? Y'all know how they be getting them massages in Jamaica? Can I give you a full body mud massage? Boy, that nigga Joe McCann seen that shit and lost his mind. But This is what happens when you're not used to dealing with a bad bitch. A bad bitch gonna get hit on. A bad bitch gonna get talked to. Men are going to approach a bad bitch. It's what she does. It's how she de-escalates. Was she keeping her options open? Was she say, oh no, I have a boyfriend. My man wouldn't like it that I talk to you so much. My man wouldn't like it that I'm laughing at your jokes and going, basically. My man wouldn't like it if I gave you my number. Okay?
Cheating on her. That is what my source said. And he said that the police have arrested about 10 people who are suspected of being involved in terms of investigation-wise. The hotel staff, some people. Also his friend. He had a friend there.
Wait, who had a friend there? To be clear,
Joe McCann had a friend in Zanzibar. And that friend has been arrested too.
Was this a male friend?
Yes, a man.
So he had a man with him at this resort that has been detained.
Yes.
Is this a white male? Do we know anything? Is this a foreign male? Do we know any specifics?
Yes, I have been told he's a white male. The police are going to release the postmortem on Friday. And also the police are holding on to all types of video and photos in terms of evidence. They're holding on to anything that is video and pictures. They said that it's going to impede the investigation. When Ashlee was found, she had her ring on because I saw something.
Breaking news. The autopsy has been completed on Ashlee Jenae. Okay. So we're going to read some details on that. I do want to finish this video first. We'll read details on the autopsy. Then we'll go to Joe Budden's synopsis, which clearly presents her as a working girl, to say the least.
People asking in the chat yesterday, did she have her ring on? I asked, did she have her ring on when she was found? And my source said, yes, she did. Also, what has come to my attention is Ashlee had another Instagram page that has been taken down.
Her Instagram has been taken down?
Uh-oh.
She had a different Instagram page.
Uh-oh. She had the Finsta. She had the Instagram page where men could DM her. She had that link in her bio. DM me here for my rates. Man, come on, man. Come on, dog. I know this shit. I do this shit, bro. She had the Finsta. Come on, man.
She had two.
You know what it was?
It had pictures. I saw the person who took the pictures from that Instagram page. I saw its proof, but that page has been taken down.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you guys, I'm just marinating. So it sounds like this is a little bit deeper than what we initially thought. It sounds like there's still some conflicting details. We would need everyone to operate in good faith, from the police organization, the hotel, surveillance videos, in order for us to get the full story.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say that he chose Tanzania because the country has no good relationship with the US, first of all, because they're on the ban list. So everything that's going to come out is not going to be authentic.
Okay, so hear that. Everything that comes out may not be true when the Tanzanian government or media report on it, but we have direct sources. We're going to direct sources who are there. And what you have to understand is there was an autopsy done, but it's not being released to the family. And that is very problematic.
I do not believe in the justice system of Zanzibar. Let me say that. I'm an African. I'm in Africa. You can say whatever you want about me, but I'm going to speak the truth. And he is known. He's a frequent visitor. They know him. That changes the story. It's not like somebody who just went there for the first time. And then he also chose a place where the police can be bribed.
Yep.
Okay, elaborate on that. Tell us a little bit about the culture in foreign countries such as Zanzibar or Tanzania, Africa. How are white men viewed there?
Basically, they worship them.
You said worship?
Yeah, kind of like they hold them in high regard. So I talked to my source, and my source told me the man did it. Everything.
So again, people say, "Oh man, how did Africa get colonized? How was Africa so easily taken? How did the white man go to South Africa? Because they look at them like God instead of man. They look at their skin color and they say, you are better than me. That's exactly what it is. I'm not saying every African, but I'm saying in general.
Yes. Your source said what?
The man did it.
You have to use names.
He did it. He said Joe McCann did it. And he's the one that put her there. That's what he said.
The source even said he put the body in place.
And my source is a doctor in Zanzibar. Oh, shit.
Her source is a doctor in Zanzibar who probably was involved in doing the autopsy.
Oh my gosh. Let's go back over the initial report of the hospital. See, a hospital doesn't have a dog in this fight. The hospital doesn't know Joe. The hotel staff, the resort staff, they're familiar with Joe. And if you look at the initial report, they said because
the hospital staff have a dog in this fight.
So she had to correct the sister who was talking to the source. The hospital definitely has a dog in this fight because the hospital is just as corrupt, and they have to line up with the government, with what the government says. So now it's big bank take little bank.
Like I said, we do not know if Joe has done this before. We don't know whether Ashlee is not the first casualty. You're operating on American mentality, on integrity, on oath. I don't blame you at all. I don't. We are talking about Tanzania. We're talking about money will buy everything. You don't even know who's buried in the ground. I'm being real.
I want to show this to you. This came across my desk regarding a lady who's sharing her experience regarding Joe. And this is what she said. She said, I actually met this man before in Miami, and he's a weirdo. I met him through partying with a friend. Okay. I wish I could have come across this woman because I would have warned her straight up. I know I'm just a random on the internet and most people won't believe me, which is fine. But I know for a fact this man may have did it or definitely knows who did it. He is very weird and sick. Typically, crypto/finance bros are weirdos. He also recently lost a big investment. This man is known to be abrasive and weird in the head. Even my experience of meeting him was weird. He is a very arrogant and strong personality weirdo. Joe McCann has poor business practices, and he's a true weirdo. He also has a history of being violent and abusive. He is divorced from his previous wife recently with multiple children under 4. Now, we do know, and I'm not going to reveal her identity, who I did a little bit of soul searching. I went down a rabbit hole. And I was able to find the wedding when Joe married his first wife in 2018. And I found it very odd that the article starts off when she said this was the toughest decision of her life. She has a father, but she was tasked with the decision of walking down the aisle alone or allowing her father to walk her down the aisle.
He refused to.
I'm gathering that from the influence of Joe, he convinced her to walk down the aisle. And as she came down the aisle, in that moment, she said he promised her, you will never have to walk alone in life.
And this is what he told his ex-wife.
Again, watch this, 2018. Only for him to leave her.
Pregnant.
In 2021, while she was pregnant with their second child.
In a nutshell, beautiful, sweet Ashlee, young girl who thought she knew the world and did not. She fell into the trappings of this man who flashed money in front of her. And she interpreted it as love. Love is really somebody who stands by you, with you, for you, in front of you during the hard times. Anybody can be around you during the good times. But it's when things are hard. That's when you look around and the people that show up, that check in on you, that sit by you, that laugh with you, that see you through it. That is a gem. Those are the priceless luxuries that we as human beings, very few of us have. If you have one good friend, you're very lucky. Joe made fast money, and he took his money and he squandered it on girls, on women, on things that he wanted. And he went to places where the law was tame so that he could go about doing what he wanted. Ashlee was flown out and she had no idea. She had no idea. And I say this now to my own age group because many of you are parents of 30-year-olds, 20, 30-plus-year-olds. Even though they're adults, they're still children. And you ask questions. Joe should have introduced himself to you many a time. You should have known him. You should have seen him. You should have spoken with him. How can he just be engaged to your daughter like that and you think it's okay? It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not your fault. It's not Ashlee's fault. It's Joe's fault. And Tanzania is going to be your fault if you don't step up because your bum has been exposed. Tourism is huge for you. Be honorable and speak the truth. Say the truth in honor of Ashlee. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you sooner than later. Thank you for all of the compliments on the dresses. I bought this from DVF. DVF is dressing FDV. She collaborated with Target, I think a year or 2 years ago. And so I bought a whole bunch of them, and the weather has popped up. So I just decided to wear them. Thank you for your compliments, my darling. I love you. I love you, my darling, beautiful daughters. Please stay safe from all over the world, whether you're in Africa, whether you're in America, whether you're in Europe. I have been blessed enough to travel. It is.
So that is the end of her breakdown. Now, I do want to play. We were going to get into the TMZ autopsy thing, but it hasn't necessarily been released. It's been completed, but it hasn't been released. Now, I do want to play this video because I just want to debunk all the people saying that Ashlee Jenae wasn't, in the industry. I want to debunk them first before we start, listening to people who are saying she wasn't in the industry. So let's go ahead and debunk. This is Ashlee Jenae with Kevin Gates. And I've spoken on Kevin Gates, the wicked rapper. He believes in voodoo, Santeria, all this witchcraft stuff. He practices as well, animal sacrifices, potentially even human sacrifices, allegations of homosexuality in Chicago, Cook County Jail. I mean, he's the nigga that be on stage, dick all in your stomach, dick all in your stomach. Like, I mean, he's not a good guy. He's not a good guy. So what I want to do is play this little snippet of Ashlee Jenae linking with Kevin Gates. And I don't know exactly when this was, but it had to be recent. And you can tell that they had been intimate before or are about to be intimate.
How y'all doing?
Hey,
How y'all doing? We keeping it organic. Me and my little chocolate Easter bunny. Babe, stop playing. Babe, you going sensitive, babe. We about to get in this her car. She probably she just came for to pick me up.
Oh, sure, it's her car. Yeah, all right. Maybe one of the cars that her sugar daddy rented for him. She talking about some light. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Something like, not too crazy.
She from Philly, so she crazy, she toxic. She might stab you. You might stab me in my sleep.
I'm not
you
toxic.
Told me if I take my hands off, you gonna beat me up.
Because I'm good with my hands.
I ain't gonna trouble. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day.
Boom. There you go. So this is very much proof she was in the industry. As you guys could see him holding on to her tightly. All right, so let's listen to Ashlee Jenae's friend speak up about Ashlee Jenae. Then we're going to get into Joe Budden, and then we'll conclude the stream. So here's Ashlee Jenae's friend. I guess this is as full screen as we can get. Let's listen up. 1 second.
As Ashlee's friend, I'm tired of everybody coming on this fucking app with their opinions, with their thoughts, with their conspiracies of what they think may have happened to my friend. It's clear as day that this man murdered and killed my friend. He tried to stage it as a suicide. Let's put that on the floor. Number one, Ashlee would never harm herself. Ashlee was beautiful, happy, talented, hardworking. She had no reason to. I was just speaking to her, and I have the messages of while she was on this trip. Number two.
And this might have been the friend that she shared her location with. And this is another New York bitch speaking up for Ashlee. They both hoes. Look, she got her titties out defending her friend. Come on now. You couldn't put on a goddamn t-shirt.
Ashlee was not a gold digger. Okay? That's number two.
Oh my God. Ashlee wasn't a gold digger. All right. Where do these hoes get off lying to the public like this? That's an insane work.
So this theory of, oh, well, maybe she was using him for his money and she got caught cheating. Shut up and talking. Ashlee was a hard worker. She had jobs. She was a model. She modeled.
Jobs. Yeah. Hand jobs. Yeah. Blow jobs. That's the type of job she had. Yeah. Pole jobs.
She was in all the music videos that you see online, on YouTube. She was in Drake's, French Montana, everybody that you could think of. Everybody's video. Or posted on every flyer, beauty supply stores, Amazon websites, even Amazon people were using her pictures to promote. Okay, she was a hardworking model who changed her lifestyle. She changed her aesthetic, but she was always hardworking. She never needed to use a man. She had industry connections. She could have chose anybody in this world, and she chose him. Number 3, I don't give a fuck what she may have posted in the past. Tweets this, old tweets that, this, that, and the third. We don't. Y'all should have stood on business when she posted it. If y'all felt the way while she was still here.
Well, she wasn't nobody. That's why nobody could stand on business when she posted it, because she didn't have the attention. She wasn't that lit. That's how I know she was not making that much money. She was not that lit. Her following went up after she died, not before, honey. So we not just finna act like Ashlee was just some household name or some shit. No, the fuck she wasn't. And nobody knew who she was except the niggas who was fucking. Ain't nobody who knew who she was except the niggas she was fucking. So we not just finna act like she was just some household name. Ain't nobody know that bitch. Ain't nobody knew who she was. So to say, oh, well, y'all should have got on her body when she was alive and when she was posting this stuff, nigga, her shit was getting 3 views and 1 like. Nobody saw the shit.
Y'all should have did that while she was still posting pictures with him months ago. Y'all should have went and commented and looked for that. Don't wait till she died to comment on her post about what she said as if y'all knew her or knew the kind of.
Y'all did the same shit with Kobe. Y'all did the same shit with Kevin Samuels. We not finna play this. Oh, don't speak on the dead. Fuck that. When a person dies, that's exactly what they are. Dead. They can't speak for themselves, so others will speak for them. And the tales that are told after they leave this life will be their legacy. Period.
And that she dated. Because y'all up here acting like she never dated black men. Y'all don't know her personally to know who she dated. She's dated black men. So if she has,
nobody said she didn't date black men, but to say, oh, I'm tired of black men, or y'all embarrassing us and da-da-da-da-da. When we already know a lot of black women are doing some embarrassing things too now. We ain't even finna get into it because it's not what this is about. But black men have the same right and same ability to go online and say, man, y'all black women embarrassing us. Y'all twerking everywhere. Y'all taking all clothes off everywhere. You can't make one little video without showing your boobs. Y'all tattooing your sternum, tattooing your stomach, tattooing your neck. You see Meg Thee Stallion got a neck tattoo. Shit looking ridiculous.
Maybe she did say some things in the past. Maybe she didn't. Regardless, that does not give anybody the right to mock her death or use it as a scapegoat to say why she did or did not deserve her demise. So I just want to put that on the floor. All of these rumors.
Nobody says she deserves her demise. Nobody says she deserved to be murdered. But a hoe deserves what a hoe deserves and nothing more. Let me repeat. A hoe deserves what a hoe deserves and nothing more. Period.
Going around this, that, and the third. I'm sick and tired of hearing it. Lastly, I am in cahoots with someone who's living in Tanzania and their family is a high-ranking police officer. They did let me know that Joe McCann, has been detained in Tanzania. Right now in Tanzania, they do not believe the story. So we are actively working on sending them all the information that we can, which I have been doing, sending them information so that he can send to the officers over there, so he can send to the government over there and let them.
Oh, yeah, she definitely had her location. Why you had Ashlee location if there was nothing suspicious? Why you had Ashlee location if she really loved this man? Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. These hoes be lying for each other. We ain't believing that shit.
See that this was a murder and this was not a suicide. Okay, so yes, he's currently detained right now, and I don't know what's gonna happen from this point going forward. This point going on, I can't even speak. But all I'm gonna say is, please stop speaking on my friend. Please let her sleep in peace. If you don't have anything positive,
stop speaking on it. Stop speaking, bruh. Shut y'all ass up. This is the First Amendment. It is our God-given right to speak on. I'm so tired of these hoes trying to, when a bitch die, oh, stop speaking on her. No. How about that? No. Y'all, I don't hear y'all going to TMZ and say, stop reporting. I don't hear y'all going to Fox News. Stop reporting. I don't hear y'all going to CBS. Stop reporting. Fuck out of here. We have just as much right to report on this story as any goddamn body else. Okay?
Don't. Oh, and if you're gonna make a video, don't ever make a video trying to make it seem like, well, maybe this, well, maybe that. This did it. If you're not putting it on the floor, I don't want to. Simple and period. Have a good day.
I mean, hell, that's somewhere we can agree with. We believe he did the shit. We believe he did the shit. Now, what are the circumstances as to why he did it? What are the circumstances as to how he did it? What are the circumstances as to why Ashlee Jenae was with his bald ass in the first place? That's what we talking about. Woo! So let's get into this Joe Budden interview or the podcast so we can conclude the stream. I think I've gotten all the information that I needed to get out there to the people. Oh, also, another thing, Joe McCann used Iggy Azalea to promote his crypto scam as well. So she might have some culpability when it comes to the financial fraud that took place that Joe McCann was a part of, but I'm sure her legal team is going to be able to slough that out and remove any accountability on her. But I mean, she definitely knew the man as well, as you could see in that picture. So let's get into the Joe Budden story here. And the Joe Budden angle. So, and then we will, oh, sorry. Got one more thing. Just more proof that she was sugar baby escort, you know, sex industry, sex work lifestyle. It says, here's a TikTok she made when he calls me babe after I just paid for my own nail appointment. I'm not your babe. So she paid for her own nail appointment. Therefore, you can't call her babe because you're not paying for her lifestyle. If that ain't hoe speak, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. Also, there's videos of her. Here's another one. Shut the fuck up before I post us. So she shut up. So she's like, yeah, I don't want you to post because I'm sleeping with an old man for money. So don't post me. Also giving tips to other women on how to enter the modeling industry. How do you get into modeling? It's my passion. A woman says, how do you start? It's been my passion to model for years, but I haven't had the funds to pay for shoots. Can you give me some advice? So, I mean, how do you start in modeling? Well, the first step is to be beautiful. If you ugly, if you're chopped, you can hang it up. You can hang it up. If you don't clean up well, you can hang it up. It ain't happening for you. You're buns. You're not cute enough to be a model. If ain't nobody asked you if you were a model, if ain't nobody asked you if you wanted to model for something, you ain't no damn model. So that's how you get started in the modeling industry. Somebody's got to discover you. And you can put your own shit out now because we're in a digital age. But if you ugly, you ain't going to get no traction, boo-boo.
If you don't have the money to hire a photographer or to book a studio for a photo shoot, the easiest and smartest thing to do is to honestly just go into Instagram or TikTok or Twitter or whatever you want to use and just look up the hashtags, like just to say you live in Houston, you know, Houston models, Houston photography, Houston photographer, and all the people that have done work will hashtag their stuff with that hashtag. Then you just reach out to them and say, hey, you know, I see you're an up and coming photographer. I would love to collab if you're interested. And they can either say yes or no. There's really no harm in asking. If you can't give them money, I would recommend just something small. People don't forget. So just
if you can't give them money, give them something small. Yo, you can't make this shit up. On the talk, if you can't give them money, give them something small. Like what? Please elaborate, Ashlee. Like what? They're fucking these photographers for photo shoots and edits. They're fucking these photographers for photo shoots and edits. Let me slow down.
People don't forget. So just a token of your gratitude, like I'll get us food for the day or something like that. And make sure you tag their work.
I'll get us food for the day. Yeah, all right. Girl, when have you ever heard of a woman buying a man food? Because we know these photographers are men, right? When have you heard of a woman buying a man food for services rendered? Never. Women don't think like that. They think, oh, it's a privilege for you to shoot me. They think that you should be elated. They think that you should be the one who is taking the opportunity to shoot them. They're the ones who feel entitled to the photo shoot. Women don't go into photo shoots thinking, how am I going to pay for this? They're like, no, this nigga needs to pay me to be able to shoot me. What? Like, have you ever been a photographer? Have you ever done a photo shoot? I have done photo shoots. I have, and not shooting myself, I've actually shot people. And I've got family who do photo shoots. And 9 times out of 10, the woman is asking for some free shit. She's not paying. She's not bringing you a fucking meal. She's not stopping at McDonald's to get you a goddamn double cheeseburger with a large fry and a Sprite. What? She's like, oh, I mean, he should be honored to shoot me. That is how these quote unquote models think. Yep, like D Sledge said, I'm the prize. Exactly.
If you can't give them money, I would recommend just something small. People don't forget. So just a token of your gratitude, like I'll get us food for the day or something like that. And make sure you tag their work. Very, very important.
Yeah, we don't believe you need more people. So let's get into the Joe Budden shit. Let's get into the Joe Budden shit, and then we will go ahead and conclude the stream.
Yeah. It pains me to have to talk about what I'm about to talk about. Oh my God. It doesn't feel real at all. It doesn't feel real at all. Rest in peace to my girl, Ashlee Jenae.
Yes, rest in peace.
Last pod, I was kind of battling with the news of her passing. And the details were blurry still. So I wasn't really quite myself. And I didn't want to jump out there with anything because of ongoing investigations and the family grieving and the family mourning. But shortly after that, somebody took to the internet to kind of give the details of this case, right? Ashlee Jenae, 31 years old, goes to Tanzania on a birthday trip with her boyfriend. He proposes on the trip. They look extremely happy. And then the very next day, she's no longer with us. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to even say.
Word.
I don't even know where to start with this. I don't, honestly. I get how this story has like all the makings of like some real good internet fodder, right? Like the white guy, the trip, and just all the details. Mm-hmm. Ashlee Young, they keep calling her like a soft life influencer.
Okay. So now she don't want to be associated with soft life influencer. They keep calling her nigga. That's what she called herself. What the fuck are you talking about, you absolute hack? Now, I know it was her friend or his friend, allegedly. He was probably one of her tricks too. Let's keep it a buck, because we know how Joe Budden moving in these streets. He probably clapped. I know they were calling her a soft life divester. Nigga, that's what she called her fucking self. It's in the Instagram post. Hashtag soft life, nigga. Do you read? Can you read? It's not, I know they're calling her. No, nigga, she called herself that. Fuck is you talking about?
Saying all of these things. For many of us, this is not just an internet story. This was somebody that was near and dear to our hearts. This is somebody that impacted a lot of lives.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she impacted a lot of lives.
A lot of people. This is somebody that was popular. Like, people knew Ashlee. Like, she was tangible for many of us.
She was tangible for many of us. Buddy, you're not helping her case. She was tangible for many of us in the hip-hop industry. She was tangible. Niggas ain't even know the word tangible before Joe Budden said that shit. She was tangible for us in the hip-hop industry. Nigga, that's not good. How that nigga be laughing? That's not good.
Us. She helped a lot of people get through the pandemic. When we was on.
Oh my God, she helped a lot of people get through the pandemic. Nigga, you're digging the hole even deeper. She helped a lot of people get through the pandemic. How, sir? How, sir? Did she provide free COVID shots? Did she provide ivermectin? Did she provide hydroxychloroquine or whatever the fuck is pronounced? The fuck is he talking about? Oh, she helped a lot of people through COVID. How, nigga? Was she picking up bodies from the morgue? Was she helping niggas social distance? Was she putting masks on nigga? Oh, she probably putting a mask on a nigga dick. Fuck.
I was just acting a fool, but Ashlee was. It also pains me to see how people.
It was a lot of hoes who went to stripping during COVID too. Let's not get it fucked up. It's a lot of bitches who hit that strip club soon as they locked everything down. Oh, hell nah, honey. Oh, hell nah. This nursing shit ain't it. I just stopped stripping too. Let me get back in the club.
Kind of speaking about it all on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
That was nasty.
But again, this isn't like an internet story for a lot of us. This is our little sister that we lost.
And it's crazy that niggas will say, oh, this our little sisters. Nigga, did you fuck? So this your little sister, but you paid her for pussy. I ain't saying Joe Budden necessarily did, but how she knew niggas, how she touched a lot of niggas in the hip-hop industry, how tangible she was to niggas in hip-hop. Niggas was fucking. Niggas was fucking. So this nigga over here talking about some... Oh, yeah, she was tangible and she touched a lot of people and we knew her. Okay, that's fine. But tell the truth about how she was living. So other young girls can see this and say, yeah, this is probably not the route that I want to go.
And the irony in it is that even in death, she continues to do what she did throughout her life, which was bring people together. Like, if you don't know Ashlee, you couldn't predict where she was going to be or who she was going to be with. She'll be with the crypto.
That's not good. You couldn't predict where she was going to be with. She'll be with the crypto niggas one day, which crypto white boys, not niggas, but white boys. And then she'll be with the street niggas from O Block the next day. Nigga, why do you think that is? They're paying her to be there.
One day she'll be with the Chicago gang. One day she'll be with some nerdy, goofy another day. Like, she had a heart of gold.
So any woman who's hanging out with this stark difference in male personalities are definitely selling it. And he's trying to convince us that she wasn't a hoe. I think your quotes are going to backfire on yourself.
Gold. She was sweet. She just was a guy's girl and a girl's girl.
A guy's girl. Lord have mercy. How many of y'all in the chat got a girl who talk about, I'm a guy's girl. I don't fuck with these bitches. I only fuck with niggas. Them be the most ran through bitches.
Somehow. Like, The dudes wanted her and the girls wanted her. Like her energy.
And how did they want her? Oh, her energy. No, nigga, they wanted fucking sex. What are you talking about, dude?
Was just infectious. She was accepting of us. She was a great wing woman. I ain't gonna hold you. Ashlee
she was a great woman. Oh, sure.
Was a foodie. Ashlee liked to shop. Ashlee was an R&B head. She was the home girl that your girlfriend would be aware of, and it was cool for y'all to just run to the R&B concert or run to the
home girl your girl would be aware of. Oh my God. I mean, this is what it sounds like when you're paying a bitch for silence. Yeah, you shouldn't come over because you know she ain't finna say shit. Oh yeah, this is just my home girl. Meanwhile, he paying her $2,500 to fuck.
R&B party, hop on a flight. I think we went to the Tank concert in DC. When we went to the club afterward, that was the day that they had the dead in the club.
Oh.
Remember they had
We covered that story where they had the dead nigga in the club in Baltimore. Y'all remember that on Black Gen Z?
That nigga in the club propped up in DC.
Yeah.
Me and Ashlee went to that club. As soon as they took him out of there, boy, it stink. It was a smelling that. We had a time in there. And she was making jokes because as popular as she was, as soon as I stepped in, the promoter was offering me bottles and shit. She got us in the club, mind you.
Wow.
She got them in the club. So, hey, so y'all know a bitch who know every doorman, know every bartender, know every club owner, know every club manager, and you want to convince me that she ain't selling it. Man, get the fuck out of here.
She got us in the club, but then the promoter started offering me bottles and all this. And then the girls was hollering at me and guys was hollering at her, and we just had a time in there. Ashlee would send you the new underground R&B song that you had never heard. She would
send you the new R&B song that you ain't never heard. Let me ask this question. Why is a woman sending a man who has a girlfriend or a married man R&B songs? Aren't all R&B songs about love and sex and intimate relationships? This dude is digging a big hole for Ashlee Jenae, a hole that'll fit 2 of her carcasses. I mean, this is not good for Ashlee Jenae's PR.
She was just great. She was great. She touched a lot of us. She impacted a lot of us. She was a sweetheart.
Look, I'm sure she was sweet to be around. I'm sure she was cool. I'm sure she was the homie. That don't mean she wasn't selling it.
It was reported that she self-transitioned. There's an ongoing investigation into that. I want to be responsible and not just coming on here being accusatory and saying what I think happened. I want the parents to be able to grieve and mourn properly and wait till the investigation is finished to properly vet this thing. Ashlee took a lot of pride in being like a caretaker for her siblings, for her younger sister. Ashlee was a hard worker. Like some of these things that you read about your friend out there. Like
a hard worker. So yeah, okay, going to the club, showing up to the club and being a bottle girl, showing up to the club and dancing butt naked is hard work. Yeah, all right, man. Was she a fucking plumber? Was she a damn electrician? What the fuck? Was she getting on electricity poles and fixing this shit? Talking about some damn hard work. Nigga, twerking and going to the beach ain't hard work.
Ashlee comes from a 2-parent household. Ashlee was never hard up for. She wasn't never hard up for money.
So now 2-parent households matter, but you will argue a nigga like Joe Budden down if you say, yeah, single mother households produce the most degenerate people. A nigga like Joe Budden will argue you down about that shit. But now, because she's dead and it's his friend, 2-parent households matter. So how is that even relevant? Ashlee came from a 2-parent household. Okay, that don't mean she can't fuck up. That don't mean she can't make bad decisions. That don't mean that she walked away from the teachings of her father. That doesn't mean that she became the prodigal daughter. That doesn't mean that she did not honor thy father and thy mother's teaching so that she would not be led astray. Come on now.
She was a hostess, waitress, model / video girl in Miami, Florida.
A hostess, waitress / model, nigga. Just tell us she was a fucking stripper and keep it moving. Stop lying like you didn't meet this bitch in the strip club getting a goddamn lap dance.
She would take a flight, come out here and with us at the hookah lounge, and then take the first flight smoking to make it back to work to bang these over the head that want to come in there and spend all of this money.
Bang these niggas over their head that want to come over there and spend all this money. Oh my God. She's turning tricks. And I guarantee she spent her last every weekend. That's why they had to raise the GoFundMe, because she ain't have nothing left. After it's all said and done, after all the soft life, after 10 years in the sex work industry, she has nothing to her name. Bitch is trapping pussy backwards.
Like, she worked.
That's not work. Bartending, it's not work. Being a bottle girl, it's not work. You're getting up there in some fucking lingerie and standing stupid in front of a section and convincing niggas to pay money for you because you got your fucking tits out. And you're going to sit up here and tell me she wasn't a sex worker. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Reading some of these things about your friend is tough. Mm-hmm. It's tough, especially when you know that it is untrue. I'm praying for all the people in her life. I'm praying for her friends. I'm praying for her family. I'm praying for her sisters. This story just brings up so many things that I'm already funny about. I've come in here and shared about how I feel about just dying elsewhere. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some of the things that come along with that. There's all types of rumors going around because her boyfriend, he did have some money. He did have some money. There's rumors of going
Yeah,
around.
he scammed a lot of people out some money. It wasn't his money, but okay.
Around about him paying hospitals and him paying the hotel. I will say the story sounds pretty janky. I'll say that. The story sounds janky.
The story that was initially reported.
Yeah. The story being reported of they had an argument, had to be separated. Homeboy got his own room. Then he came back and found her hanging, made it back in enough time to take her down from wherever she was hanging from, go to a hospital where they say she still was showing vital signs and had a pulse, and then was pronounced dead in a hospital. It does sound weird.
I didn't make sense to me.
It does sound weird. I'd like to know, if you're telling me that she was hanging herself, I'd like to see this structure. I'd like to see where you're saying this happened from. If you're telling me that happened, homeboy's timing is impeccable to make it there 5 minutes later while she still had vital signs. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of weird things about this that, again, I'm going to let the investigation play out, but we lost an absolute sweetheart. We lost a great, great, great soul and human being, and somebody that, my faith is in that. Even with all the shit that you're reading out there, as tough as it is, my faith is in too many people were impacted for lies and propaganda to remain relevant. Like, she was out here. She was popular. Yeah. She does.
Yeah, look, he's smiling because he remembered them times he had her ass bent over. Man, come on, nigga. We see straight through that grin. You ain't fooling us, Joe Budden. Cigarette smoking, cocaine snorting Joe Budden. We see through that shit, nigga.
And it's that homegirl where, you trust in their decision in their romantic life, right? Like you got homegirls where you may not understand none of the romantic choices, but if that's your homegirl and you love her and they vouch for that person, Ashlee and homeboy was at my birthday dinner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this nigga Joe Budden invited this man and Ashlee to his birthday dinner. Lord have mercy.
At my birthday dinner. And I invited Ashlee the last 2 years to my birthday dinner. So this year I made it a point to get on the phone. Like, yo, this is the year. What's up? You gonna make it? And she was on some shit like, yeah, you know, just gotta check with my man. And I know we gotta drop off the step kids and we gotta pick them up from school and they on spring break and and I'm on the phone like, girl, for real? Like, yo, you playing stepmommy over there? I'm just saying.
So he was shocked. He was even shocked that she was playing stepmama when a woman as beautiful as Ashlee Jenae has her pick of the litter from, I mean, damn near any man. Maybe not. I will say most white men wouldn't fuck with her. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Most white men wouldn't fuck with her no matter how beautiful she. As far as marriage goes, yeah, they'll fuck her, but they're not gonna marry her because she's black. Most likely. I mean, let's just keep it a bean. Not all, but most. But like, I mean, it's just crazy that he's trying to make it seem like she genuinely loved him, and then on the back end, he's like, you're playing stepmommy to this random white dude? I don't know about that. Okay, so Joe Budden's hitting me with the copyright shit, so let me. Then they got mad. So let me just pull back that. And are we good, guys? Are we still streaming? I just want to make sure we still streaming because I got an email saying copyright. So, I mean, I got what I needed from this shit. He ain't saying much of anything else anyways. But yeah, we still good. We still online. So yeah, that's Joe Budden defending Ashlee Jenae, telling us a little bit about what he knows about her, what he knows about John McCann, their relationship. It's not looking good. Even when he tried to clean it up, it still sounded like she was a hoe. It still sounded like she was selling it. So, I mean, I hope they get justice. I hope the family gets justice. I hope they raise more money so that they can figure out what's going on. But also, I hope that young women understand the dangers of participating in sex work. I mean, quite frankly. Okay. I hope that young women understand the dangers of participating in this line of work and thinking that you're going to get some soft life just because you find some rich white dude. And everything that glitters ain't gold. And if you don't do your research and if you don't ask for references, especially in this industry, which I knew she knew how to do. She knew how to ask for references. She's done it before. She just didn't with him because she done looked up his name in some article. Oh, crypto billionaire, crypto millionaire. And that's all she needed. That's all she needed. And I guarantee she cleaned up her act. She cleaned up the ghetto shit. She cleaned up the strong, independent, and tried to play the feminine, fit, friendly role with this white man. And when she found out that nigga was fucking them Tanzanian big booty bitches, oh, she lost her shit and reverted back to the strong, independent, angry black women from Philly. And that is something that he couldn't handle, and he snapped. Okay? And because he did have a little bit of bread that he scammed off of other people, he was able to pay the Tanzanian officials off. And they still have him in custody, and they are questioning him. That is true. But he's got a higher likelihood of getting away with it. And if social media didn't catch wind of this story, he would have definitely been back to the States and home free. So you already know what it is, man. I appreciate everybody for joining the stream. But it's your boy Reclaiming Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. See your relationship request an email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp so know you're paying your tax, man. Y'all be here more forgetting with the BS. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.